Yeah, I'm a business place.
What's your name?
Nastasia.
What do you do here?
I'm a cosmetologist. Ear, nails, and eyelash. 15 years now.
15 years?
I'm 35.
What are you drinking on right here?
Sky juice, syrup, ice, and water.
Similar as back juice?
Yes.
Who is this right here? Is it your friend?
Co-worker.
She smiles at everything, right?
Yeah, a puppy show.
What?
A puppy show.
A puppet shore?
Yes.
What's that mean?
An idiot.
No, just shy.
She not shy.
No?
I pretend that.
What advice do you have for the young women out there?
Nothing in life does come easy. Yes, you are going to fail. Yes, you are going to cry. Yes, you are going to feel weary. But just get up and know that that is what you want and you are going for it. No matter what obstacle comes in the way, try your best because when you get it, it's going to be marvelous. Knowing that you never got it easy.
You can speak so well. You should run for the mayor. I felt you were like my pastor for a second.
Because I'm speaking about experience.
What's making you the happiest in your life right now? Like, what are you living for?
My daughter's future. To see my daughter come out to be a perfect young lady. Walk and everybody be like, that's Akira's mom. I want to be that mom.
Oh, you're gonna be that.
I am going to be that.
You are that.
I'm starting. I'm telling you, that young lady.
That's Akira's mom. I love that. Welcome back to Sunrise. Now, he's known for his engaging man-on-the-street interviews and has captivated over 2.3 million followers on TikTok by showcasing the vibrant cultures and communities of New York City, particularly within the Caribbean neighborhoods. So in the essence of Feel Good Friday, we have content creator Nicolas here with us this morning to tell us about his journey and also what brought him and his cameraman Jamie to Jamaica. Welcome to Sunrise, Nicolas.
Morning.
Hello, hello, hello. How you doing?
Oh, we're such big fans of what you're doing, and you know, interviews like that absolutely warm our hearts and just fill us with so much pride. I'm curious to know, you know, what inspired you to start creating these street interviews.
Oh, we just really like talking to people. One day I decided to go out with my camera and start filming, and this is what it has progressed to. I ran into a woman last summer. She's a Trinidadian woman, and she made me fall in love with the Caribbean. And ever since then, Jamie and I have been just diving into the Caribbean, all different types of countries, Grenada, Jamaica, Trinidad, and we've been having a great time. So the reason we ended up in Jamaica was because we met a woman cooking jerk chicken in Brooklyn, and she invited us to her home in Spanish Town. So that's why we went to Kingston.
So, question for you. You speak about this woman who you met who led you to being here in Jamaica, but how did you even choose to speak with that woman in the first place? How do you decide who you engage with?
Well, we don't plan anything. We just walk around, and if somebody's vibes are catching us positive way that day, then we talk to them, and then we just follow that. So we don't plan anything. We just, if we run into the right person at the right time, then we just follow it. Sometimes all the way to their home country.
You know, I can't help but think, you know, what makes your interviews so amazing is your curiosity and your warmth. But where does that come from? That curiosity to know somebody's story, to know, you know, what they're about, where they're from. Have you always been this way?
You know what? I've always been that way. Yeah, and where I grew up in America, our neighborhood was very diverse. So was born in Colombia. I grew up with Pakistani, Ukrainians, El Salvadorians, Haitians, so all kinds of people. And growing up that way makes you curious about what other people's practices are, what their parents do, and things like that. So one thing you realize is that no matter, we all look a little bit different, but our parents are very similar, and we do a lot of things in a similar way. And I think sometimes we forget that how similar we actually are.
I love that you say that. I'm going to underscore that because, as you say, culturally we are so similar, even in the Latin American community. With the Caribbean community, that would be. I'm looking here, speaking of that, at footage of La Cadco when you were speaking with Dr. Lantoinette Steins. And I remember that she had shared with you that she practices Yoruba. And I know even a lot of Jamaicans I saw in the comments saying, I had no idea about this. And you were able to pull something out of her that many people felt as though they'd never got out of her. What's that thing you think, Nick, that allows you to kind of tap into the soul of who people are?
Oh, You know what? I think it's many things. I think first off, I think, L'Antoinette and I, like I said, we look very different, but for some reason we just have like a similar vibration. We operate in life in a similar way. And I think you can just feel it in the air when you connect with somebody in that right way. And I think it's important for people to know that you're not always going to connect with people in the best way, right? And I think this is just a rare thing that happens when you meet people that have a similar vibration. I don't know. It's like magic.
Yeah, no, that's a great way to put it. It is a bit like magic. You've been all over the Caribbean as well, and I want to talk about your visit to Jamaica. And was there a story, a person that just, it stayed with you, it resonated with you so deeply that, you'll never forget?
Oh, going into downtown and that street, Princess Street, meeting people there, that was really interesting. I haven't been to an area like that before. So yeah, that clip that we showed of that woman, she's talking about her daughter. We actually got her daughter's name wrong. That's our fault, but her name's actually Acura. She named her daughter after the car Acura. So I thought, yeah,
makes sense.
She said Akira. It sounded like Akira, but I was talking to her after I posted the video. It's actually, she named her car, her name after the car Acura. So that's pretty funny. But I don't think I'll forget that experience. All those people over there were extremely interesting, and that area is very interesting as well. But being in Kingston, it's funny because a lot of people, when I was visiting, they say, "Oh, why don't you go to Portland? Blah blah blah, Negril, go to Ocho Rios." So I thought it was so fun to dive into this area that a lot of people, don't appreciate to the fullest. But Kingston is such a beautiful area, and we really had a good time. So, like you guys were saying, is in life sometimes you just have to be reminded of things. Like, I'll give you an example. We were talking to this woman in Kingston. Her name is Tyoma, and she has helped helped women birth babies in their homes, over 2,000 babies.
Oh, wow.
And so a lot of people were commenting that they wish that they had like an experience like this with their own grandmother. And I feel like this is something that we really value, is like appreciating the things that you forget about in your day-to-day life. Like, you have actual, I always say that we idolize like famous people, but the people sometimes next door and under your own roof are the real famous people, and they have the values and the knowledge that you need to become a full human. And I think that's really important to us, is reminding people about those little things that we forget, because you don't need to meet a famous person in order to feel fulfilled in your life.
That's right. That's
Truly.
right. Very quickly, where do you go from here, and where can people follow you on where you're going from here?
Yeah. Where do I go from here? I'll just be online on my pages, Nicolas Nuban. And as far as traveling, if that's what the question was, I think we're going to be going to Tobago Carnival probably in October, as far as traveling. I think I'm going to be in Barbados in January. And there's this man that I met in Harlem, New York, and he's from Senegal. So I do want to visit him in Senegal this winter as well. But I really don't plan anything. I think in life it's really important to, to remember that, you don't actually have that much control over what happens. So we just follow our intuition, and we just, we just see where things go.
Love that. And Nicolas, just for the record, I believe that those current rolls were dry too.
Oh, on live television.
I never had one, but I believed you on it. I believed your experience.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, God.
He's like, thank you. I see.
Come for me, Grenada. Come on.
Yes, only Tami. Only Tami.
Just kidding. I heard they were very moist.
All right, our guest has been Nicolas Nuban, content creator. Thank you so much, Nicolas. Coming up next, we explore the path to parenthood. Don't touch that dial. Don't touch that dial. Please stay with us here on Sunrise.
That's Matthew's fault over there laughing.